Today we're reviewing two reasonably priced compact lav microphone systems, the Comica Boom XD2 and the established heavyweight contender, the Rode Wireless Go. So if you're in the market for a compact wireless lav mic system, which of these do you go for? Timestamps for everything down here and links to both of these below so you can check them out. So let's roll the intro and get started. So in filmmaking, I believe that audio is just as important as the video because our ears are more sensitive than our eyes, and literally audio can either make or break your videos. So previously, to get nice rich audio at a distance without any wires, you had to get a big device that you have to clip on, and it will cost thousands of monies and very inconvenient. So it's really cool to live in an age where you can do the same thing with devices that can fit in the palm of your hands and are also reasonably priced. So that's why we're comparing these two devices today. So I'm going to start by doing a sound test because that's kind of the most important thing that you want to hear. Which of these sounds better? I'm not going to make a decision. I'm going to leave that all up to you. And just to let you know, I am not an audio scientist, but I do have a master's degree in mechanical engineering. And as you can see here, I got a first. So I've done some tests in my life. Okay, let's put this expensive paper on the floor. All right, so let's actually do the audio tests. Yo, yeah. What are you saying? Good, yeah, okay. Go on. Well, I guess it makes it more efficient. So I'm now using the Comica Boom XD2 with the supplied lavalier microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. And I'm using the Rode Wireless Go with the Rode Lavalier Go microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know what you think. So now I'm using the Comica Boom XD2 with the built-in microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. And I'm using the Rode Wireless Go with the inbuilt microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. What do you think? Okay, the second test we're going to do is the noise level test. So noise is that little hissing sound that you get from the input gain of a microphone. Is the result of adding more signal into the microphone to get more sound. I usually get lots of hissing when you have preamps like on Canon cameras, and also when you have a shotgun mic that is powered by your camera, you also get a lot more hissing than you do if you had one that was actually battery powered. So I am using the Sony a7 III, but to make this a fair test, I'm going to set the input gain of the Sony to 1 and then increase the gain of the devices themselves as they have their own input gains. They both do it differently. The Rode Wireless Go does it at 0 dB, minus 12 dB and 24 dB, whereas the Comica Boom goes from 0 to plus 12 decibels. So I'm just going to measure them in 3 stages, the lowest, the middle, and then the highest, so you guys know what is capable from these two devices. I told you, I've done some tests before. All right, so this is the Comica 0 decibels, minus 24 on the Wireless Go, and 6 on the Comica Boom, minus 12 on the Rode Wireless Go, and plus 12 on the Comica Boom. 0 decibels on the Rode Wireless Go. Let me know in the comments below which you think sounds nicer. So now that you know what they sound like, let's actually talk about the value proposition. What do you get for what you pay for with these devices? So the Rode Wireless Go will set you back £160, and the Comica Boom will set you back around £225. With the Comica Boom, you actually get 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. With the Rode Wireless Go, you only get 1 transmitter and 1 receiver. So if you're shooting 2-person interviews, you can do this with the Comica Boom, but you can't do this with the Rode Wireless Go. With the Comica Boom, you actually get all of these accessories that you can see right now, including lavalier microphones, wind muffs, charging cables, and all the cables that you need for various devices from different cameras and even to a mobile phone. So yeah, the Rode Wireless Go is cheaper, but you can only have 1 transmitter. And also, if you want to have a lavalier microphone, you need to add that to the price. So say you want to add the Rode Lavalier Go, you're going to be adding an extra £60. So 160 plus £60, that's £220, and you really only get one transmitter, one receiver, and a lavalier microphone. But Camilo, what if you want to connect it to your phone? For that, you need a separate TRRS 3.5mm cable, which is actually the Rode ST7 cable, which will set you back around 11 quid. So adding them all up together, you are pretty much putting both of them at the same price. The Rode's slightly a bit more, but you're actually getting slightly a bit less. Depending on your thoughts on the sound quality, you should judge whether this value proposition is worth it or not for either of the microphones. One thing I would mention is that the Comica Boom has a locking mini jack system, which the Rode Wireless Go does not have, as you can see in this video where the Rode Wireless Go actually got disconnected.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
So, playing trombone with 70.
That can easily be fixed by just wrapping the cable around the back of the clip, and then you don't have that issue anymore. But it's nice that Comica included this with the whole package. I can't really do a range test because we're in lockdown at the moment, but I'll just let you know that with the 2.4 GHz signals, Comica says you can get up to 50 meters with the lav mic, and the Wireless Go says you can get up to 70 meters of range. Because of the type of signal you have, these are line of sight ranges, so you have to actually be facing the receiver or the transmitter. If there are walls, if there are things between them, you're gonna experience a lot of cutoff. You can see, for example, with the Comica Boom, I set the camera up here because I wanted to film myself down the street, but as soon as I left the door,
See you in a second.
the audio started cutting off. So both of these are actually made of plastic, although the Rode Wireless Go has kind of like a shiny surface. I don't know if the Comica Boom will break if you drop it, but I have dropped the Rode Wireless Go many times and it's continued to work, no problem. I feel like these are made much tougher than this one, but they also have a bit more weight to them, but it's not a significant increase in weight. So the inbuilt microphones do have wind muffs, and I will say that the one for the Comica Boom is much more superior than the ones for the Rode Wireless Go, because the Rode Wireless Go ones just sort of clip on. It's very hard to actually get the clips in, and also they come off very easily, whereas the ones for the Comica Boom kind of just slot in, they have a rubber seal and they don't fall off. So if you're going to be filming outside and you want to use a wind muff, the ones for the Comica Boom are much better. In terms of transmitter and receiver design, I want to give more points to the Comica Boom, as the transmitters have more information than the Rode Wireless Go. The Rode Wireless Go literally has no information. It only has a battery indicator and the pairing indicator, whereas the Comica Boom ones, it lets you know what the battery level is on the device itself. I know the Rode Wireless Go has that on the receiver, but on the transmitter itself, you can actually see the battery. So if you're talent or if you're somebody that is being recorded, you can actually quickly check and tell the videographer or something, hey look, this is running out of battery. It also tells you when it's muted, because you can actually mute these, unlike the Rode Wireless Go. So that's another plus that I will add to it. It also shows you whether you're peaking or not, although it's not very accurate, because I don't know if you can see this, but it's currently showing that it's peaking, whereas on the receiver, I am way below the peaking level. I don't really know why it's like that. What I will say though is that with the Wireless Go, I was filming a opera singer rehearsal, and the Wireless Go was actually showing me that I was reaching the limit. I was peaking, whereas on my Sony a7 III, I wasn't peaking at all. So the Rode Wireless Go has its own dynamic range limit, as opposed to what actually gets signaled into the camera. So just bear that in mind. I also think that the Rode Wireless Go has a hotter signal going into the Sony a7 III, but the Comica Boom, because of the attenuating cable that comes with it, it actually reduces the input signal that goes into the Sony, which is great because if you're actually recording something really loud, it allows you to go lower. All right, so apart from looking ridiculous, I hope that swapping between the microphones was a nice little indication as to what they can sound like. But if I snap my fingers now, you can actually improve how the microphone sounds like. Just a little few tweaks, and I'll do a video on this later on. But yeah, that's my comparison between the Rode Wireless Go and the Comica Boom XD2. I personally think that you get more value for money with the Comica Boom XD2, but possibly you can get higher quality single product with the Wireless Go. So it really is down to you, down to what you're going to be filming. So yeah, if you're interested, I left links to both of these devices below so you can check them out. And once you're down there, make sure to subscribe to get notified when I make a new video. And if you really enjoyed this one, please leave it a like, as that helps me out a lot. And with all that being said and done, and with you leaving your comments below as to what you're going to get, I will see you in the next video.